Hello, and thanks for joining me for another week with Mary's Dreamtime Messages. I hope you had a wonderful week last week. We had the new moon, the powerful new moon last week, and so it was a really wonderful time to, begin, a really wonderful time to begin again and make some really powerful new beginnings. The new beginnings could have been in your work life, could have been in your family life or in your relationships with other people, or some close friendships that you are building along the way. And the two cards that we pulled out last week was with we pulled out the first one that we pulled out was with let me think. I'm trying to remember. It's been such a busy week this week, and so the ancestral dragonfly I am awakening, it was really based on the awakening of the new you as you're releasing old patterns from the past. There could have been one major pattern from the past that had been wreaking havoc in your life, and so sometimes it just feels like you're on repeat over and over and over and over again, and we get just caught up like on a hamster wheel, and we sometimes don't even notice that we're doing that. And so the ancestral dragonfly was reminding us about this negative pattern that we're letting go of, that we're slowly becoming unstuck from, and so that we can experience life again outside of that negative pattern. And so that's not always an easy thing to do. And so it was important to be mindful of those negative patterns. You could be in the process of just touching the awareness of that, or maybe you were ready to release that pattern and you were fully 100% committed to, and going through the motions as well of the letting go. So that's why the ancestral dragonfly tells us about going back to the beginning, when everything was brand new and innocent, because of the realization of the negative patterns, and the end result of how that is going to be. So that was one of the cards that we pulled out. And the other card was with crocodile, I am powerful. So it's like when we remove ourselves out of that disempowering situation, we become powerful, and anything can be possible when we take back our power from the disempowering situations that we find ourselves in. Yeah, so it was just such a powerful week for new beginnings. I really hope that you got some benefit from the energy of the new moon, and the action steps that you can take through the Dreamtime cards. And so we're going to be starting another brand new week, which begins on the 10th of June and runs until the 16th of June. And so it's another chance to start again. And we have every day is a chance to start over again, and also a chance to become a better version of ourselves. And so you probably would have seen on one of the social media platforms the powerful owl, which is the largest owl within Australia. And so it's an owl that not many people know about, but it has if you look really closely, sometimes when you see the its coat, that it has, you know, a pattern that looks like love hearts on it. And so, yeah, I did this one a number of years ago, and decided to add some really nice nature elements, such as the flowers and the butterfly, but also the dream catcher in there as well, for something a little bit different, and, you know, challenging myself to do something different. And so, yeah, you can find that one in the online store, and this one has a thick edge, so you can actually stand it upright, or you can also hang it on your wall, or, you know, or place it by your bedside table. And so, yeah, it has such a lot of colors in this one, and a lot of nice soft ones as well. And so, you know, without further ado, let's have a look and see the animals that are going to be coming up this week, especially after such a powerful week that we had last week. I really don't know if there's going to be any animals that are going to top that, but in saying that, you know, you just never know. And so if you've got your card deck by now, you know it comes in a 2-part box, such as, and you know, it comes with a 100-page booklet and your 36 glossy cards. And so let's have a shuffle this week and see which 2 animals are going to be guiding us this week, as we head into another brand new week, being inspired by the Dreamtime messages and art, and, you know, the animals of Australia that are within Australia, but, you know, there's animals in the deck as well that are also can be found overseas, or really basically anywhere in the world. And so, yeah, I'm excited about this week because last week was so inspiring and held so much energy for something new to come in. That, you know, anything can be possible when there's an energy such as that, giving us a push out to transition from the old to the new. And so one of the cards that we pulled out this week, the first one is Ancestral Owl Finches. I am knowing, letting us know when I have trust and faith in my intuition, I am naturally guided towards the answers I seek, and this makes me strong. And so, you know, the it's been a little while since we've gotten the Ancestral Owl Finches, but the, you know, Owl Finches shows us the way of becoming focused and on the change that we're wanting to make. If we're still not quite there yet, you know, that's okay, because everybody gets there in their own time to do with their transitions and through the cycles of life, you know, just like there is cycles within nature, we can follow, they mimic our life changes and cycles too. So and the animals go through the same thing. And so when we you know, have that trust and faith, and we're listening as well, something better is coming for us. And so the owl finches remind us to listen and follow the call of our inner voice and take the time to listen to its valuable messages. And so it's really about tuning into you on a deeper level in order to navigate our way through life. And so in order to be a success, a focus needs to evolve inside of you that will show you an important aspect of your spirituality that you were previously unaware of before. And so allow this focus to be the change you are currently seeking at this time. And so the action step to do with the ancestral owl finches is that you know, they prepare us the way for making a change that is in align with your happiness and your fulfillment. And so in order to make a change, you need some quiet time and a space within your house to sit so that you can begin to bring in the new changes you want to make within your life. And so I just, hang on, need to get a bit comfortable. So yeah, so if you don't have anywhere for these changes to go within your life, sorry, wrong way, then you know, how can it come? And so, you know, it's about the preparation of these changes to come within your life. And so, you know, there needs to be a strong foundation. It's just like a house. When you build a house, you need to lay down the foundations first, and those foundations need to be strong because you're going to be building like a palace. So, you know, that's very similar to your own life. And so if you're trying to change a certain area in your life and you're not allowing the room for it to come in, then you have no proper foundation for it to evolve into something. And, you know, when you want that to evolve into something, there needs to be focus, there needs to be direction, and, you know, there needs to be that nurturing of that focus and direction, you know, at different intervals. So it's always best that you initiate a change, even if it's only a small change, because it's better to do that than rather letting a change to get forced upon you for some unknown reason. And so all it takes is a small amount of dedicated time every day, every week, or every month to start the ball rolling. And so you know, this is like important. You know, when we want to change something, it's like just following the steps towards that change, and you know, this is the perfect way that you can do that. And so allow the finches to guide you back to your inner knowing, back to your senses, and allow them to bring you the spiritual guidance you are seeking right now. And so you could be feeling like negative by feeling that you're unwilling, or you feel doubtful, or you're stressing about this change. So you can always turn this negative thinking or feelings around by focusing on the change that you want to make and the steps as well. And you know, you don't have to always get the steps right, so it's about focus and, you know, being successful. And so you know, baby steps is all it takes, like one step at a time, and you know, and you'll get there towards seeing the results of this change that you're wanting to make. And so the owl finches is just helping us, giving that push, helping us to stay focused on that change, and building the foundations to that change, and you know, and nurturing the direction you want to take with it. And so let's have a look and see the other card that's going to be guiding us towards, well, animal that's going to be guiding us towards this change this week. And so, you know, it's always exciting when we can make change. You know, I am somebody, I really enjoy change. You know, I think that being scared or fearful is something that makes us real, and that's something that we can all relate to. The other card that we pulled out is with Ancestral Butterfly, I Am Balancing. And so, you know, this is, you know, very much about the dance of life and balancing, you know, our, you know, all the different areas in our life. You know, it can be tricky like a juggling act. When life gets too much, I know I can easily organize my work. I can organize my week at the end of the day to enable me to feel balanced and in harmony with my own rhythm. And so, you know, it's about organizing our week so that we can obtain the balance between the changes that we're wanting to make, our old life, transitioning from the old life to our new life, and, you know, what habits are we changing, what areas need more work. You know, there is so many different aspects to it, but you know, you'll get there. And so the dance of life from the Ancestral Butterfly represents the movement, and the very thing that makes you happy revolves around the center of all those things. And so, for example, my happiness revolves around art. And so, you know, it's like a free flow feeling all the way outwards from what is in the middle, which is revolving my art that I do. And everybody has that within them as well. That one thing that makes them happy, you know, even through the darkest times. And so Ancestral Butterfly represents the movement and balancing act between the different areas in your life through work, fun, spiritual life, cultural life, and so much more. And so there is a time coming to enable you to release yourself from a painful experience from the past that has made you feel stuck. And so, you know, these messages are very deep, and so sometimes it can take time to understand their meanings in relation to you and your personal circumstance. And in no way, you know, are we expecting that you are fully understanding and fully taking on board and everything, because it's just an ongoing thing. And so it's important to be patient with yourself, patient and gentle with yourself. And so there is a time coming. So yes, you will be releasing something which was very painful from the past that had made you feel stuck. And so Butterfly will offer its wings to you for protection until you're ready to find the emotional release you need to be filled up with the dance of life again. And so the action step to do with Ancestral Butterfly is to take your time to heal any wounds from the past with the spirit of Ancestral Butterfly. Butterfly gives you the protection you need when there is a time for emotional release. Slow down enough in order to understand this emotional release more. Is it connected to a past love relationship, a family member, or someone that caused you some great pain or grief? Allow for the healing, transformation, and growth to come through so that you will find your emotional and spiritual release. I love this card and the other card that we got this week. And, you know, I probably always think to myself, oh, you know, we can't beat the last two animals that we got, and then, you know, we get these two, so you just never know. Butterflies symbolize protection at night, releasing fear and confusion, transformation, love that heals, messages from a loved one, balancing life, reconnection to the heart, warmth and joy of summer and cycles of life, healing from abuse. And so yeah, that is such a wonderful card to get with the ancestral owl finches, and such a wonderful card, you know, in relation to the healing cards that we've really been getting this week, which have been so wonderful. And so yeah, it, you know, obviously the healing and maybe painful experiences from the past is also related to the cards that we got from last week as well. And so, you know, it's just helping support us again this week through those changes and any emotional or mental releases that we need to be making, or, you know, any realizations or breakthroughs as well. And so the two cards that we pulled out this week is with ancestral owl finches, letting us know that it's important to, you know, build a focus within yourself for this change, so that you can start to build the foundations to your life, and, you know, have trust and faith in your intuition in doing this, and you'll be naturally guided towards the answers that you're seeking right now in relation to this. And the other card that we pulled out is ancestral butterfly, letting us know that, you know, it's important to do the balancing act, so that you can bring in more healing and emotional release, and as you're getting yourself back on track from a really painful experience that you had experienced from the past. You know, that's to do with somebody or someone in your family, maybe someone from work or someone that you had a relationship. And so that's okay. Everybody goes through these kind of experiences. It's important to be kind and gentle to yourself, but also to others as well. I hope everyone has a wonderful week this week, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. And I hope you have a wonderful week with these two. And, you know, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and, you know, click on the notification bell to be notified when I upload videos every Sunday and Monday night. And also check out my social media, where you can keep updated on the messages of these two. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye for now.